How we doing today, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to use modded props in GTA 5 Content Creator. Now, this has been a request for a long time by a few different people, so I guess today is going to be tutorial day, and with the third one of the day, let's talk no further and get right to it. So there are many different maps for the modded creator. You have over, I believe it's 20 different jobs you could do, 7 different or maybe 12 different races, death matches, last team standings. I think in total there's probably close to 30 different maps. And within each map there are some props that you technically wouldn't get to use in regular creator. Now what you see here is just a small sample of some of them that come preloaded right onto the job. So there's some pretty cool stuff in here. And we'll look at this in a nighttime view to get a different perspective of it. I like to do this with the modded props and check it out in daytime, check it out in nighttime, and kind of look at each prop individually and really see what you're working with here. So as you can see, you got some cool stuff, little alien egg, meteorite, you got a karaoke machine, an oil well, a Christmas tree. It's nice for the Christmas season coming up. You got some little roller coaster cars over here, a teacup, IAA building. Over here you got some different stuff. And what's funny about these ones is these are actually counted as dynamic props. As you can see, it's 20 out of 20. And that's all these props over here. And the cool thing about these props over here is some of them you're actually able to pick up and they turn into different props. So to show you that, first thing I'm going to have to do is delete some of these props, because as you could see before, I am completely out of props, out of model memory, so I can't do nothing with that. So first thing you got to do is delete some props. So you go into delete options. Oops, delete all props. Okay, so that deleted all the props that were preloaded over here, but it left these dynamic props. So what's cool about some of these, like I was saying, is you could go in here and you got to switch it to dynamic, and you could actually hover over this little gun workbench, pick it up, and it actually, if you go down to type, you could turn it into different props, as you can see. And I believe there's about 20 different little props in this one little category that you could use. So that's pretty cool. Some different stuff in here. Little cars with covers on them. Ammunition boxes, more boxes. Alright, so that was the end of that. Let's see, you used to be able to pick up this plane. I don't know if you are still able to do it at this point. So again, you have to be on dynamic for the dynamic props. You hover over it, pick it up. Yep, so you actually still can use this for different props. Let's get a better perspective on it. So you got a little alarm, police barrier, an American flag, a flare, a bank plug, not really sure, oh there it is, whatever that is, an alarm, another alarm, cash toy, carrier lights, wall light, a monkey crate, no trespassing sign, bank alarm. This one's pretty cool, this little memorial. I've used this on some of my Halloween jobs. Boombox, a few different radios, back to the crash plane, firework, an airport mask, so that's pretty cool. Target small, target medium, target large. That looks like a railgun. I'm not really sure what that is. An upturned table, a toolbox, file cabinet. So as you can see, there's quite a bit within those little categories. So let's say you didn't want to use any of those. You just save the ones that you did want to use by not deleting them. The rest you would delete. So let's go ahead and delete them all for now. Alright, so that's just a fraction of what you have in these modded maps. So a way to view the rest of the modded map is you go into props and you switch it until it says template. Okay, you turn your prop stacking on, and within here you have lots of props. So let's go ahead and we'll hover over the ocean to make this a little bit easier to see. Alright, so within this one template, let's go ahead and we'll place it. You got 30 different props. This is, I call this the Americana template. There's just a lot of American flag type things, different ramps and stuff, pieces you could use, the large turbo, circular turbo. You got the patriotic blimp, patriotic ramp, the patriotic jackal sign, which none of this you could use in your regular creator. So that's your first template. To delete the template, you could delete stuff one at a time by pressing square, or you could press triangle and just delete it all at once. Okay, template 2. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, so this one I call the light template. There's a lot of different stuff that you could use at night, so let's go ahead and we'll set this one to nighttime so you get a better idea of what I mean. Alright, so within this template you got all these numbers, which is really cool. You know, it's the only way to use numbers in Creator that I'm aware of. There's no 6 within this, but you could always just take the 9, turn it upside down, and you have a 6. You got the Ferris wheel. You got a little stone tiki torch looking thingamabob. Some cool street lamps. Some white screens. What am I hitting? You got this stadium type light right here. I like to use this one on my NASCAR tracks. You have this little light which is super bright, as you can see. It's like a little spotlight. Very cool light. The orange ball. You got a little start finish line, which is pretty cool. You could incorporate that into some races. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll switch it back to daytime. Move on to the next one. Triangle, delete template. Okay, let's check out this one. I don't know why it's not showing a number. Alright, so this one's got some cool stuff. You got a couple different glass pieces, a couple different mines, which they do not actually blow up, they're just visual. You got some different dam pieces, a little skeleton face bomb thing. So there's some cool stuff in here. You got a little snowman over here, which is, again, with the Christmas winter theme coming up. Between the Christmas tree and the Frosty the Snowman, you could make some cool Christmas jobs. Okay, this template here, I call this the BMX template, and simply because you have the half pipe, you got this, that. You got all these different great BMX props. You could make a really awesome BMX little playground if you wanted something like that. And you have all these other great props in here that, again, you would have none of these props in the regular creator. Okay, this is one of my favorites. This one, there's a lot of cool stuff in, so we're going to actually go through this one at a time. So right off the bat, you got the two spaceships, which seems to be everyone's favorite, what they want. Whenever they ask, hey, can you get me modded props? This is always what they ask about, are the spaceships. And I love them too. I've made quite a few jobs that incorporate the spaceships. They are very fun to work with. So you have a broken down spaceship and you have a perfectly intact UFO. Go ahead and delete these. Okay, you have a meteorite, which also comes preloaded into the job. Another cool prop. You could incorporate some kind of space job with the meteorite, the UFOs. A lot you could do with that stuff. You have a rotating satellite antenna, I guess you'd call that. What's up, Carton? So I've used this on some funhouse type jobs, just as a kind of a trolley type prop, knock cars into walls and stuff. It's fun to work with. You got the E-Cola start finish gate. It's pretty cool. Kind of ties into the Christmas theme. This square cubey wooden box, I've personally never used this, but I'm sure it could be used for some cool stuff. You could do some wooden banking out of that. I'm sure there's a lot you could do with that no one's really taken advantage of that prop yet. So that's a cool prop there. Now obviously you have the submarine, which is a very cool decoration prop. One of the things about it is you could actually go inside of it, and that works in Creator as well. You could drive a car right through it. It doesn't have any kind of hitbox, so that's a interesting prop there. Okay, you have this piece of construction equipment of some sort. Not really sure what it is. Looks like a big excavator. Get rid of that. You have the LS port thingy here. A large Christmas tree, again with the Christmas theme. I just used that on one of the tracks I published today. This big red cylinder, I've seen this used on only one job before, made by Tyrotoxist, and it was very creative in the way that he used it. I've personally never used it, but I'm sure it could be used for some great things. Another rotating antenna here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Okay, up here you have the windmill, and this has been used in a lot of different creative ways. I've seen people lay these down on the ground and turn cars into basically little popcorn. And a banger type race, they could be used as a trolley type prop. A lot of different ways you could use these. Okay, coming over here, we'll get rid of this little plane, that little piece, and this. Now this is obviously your ice road. Very cool prop here. You're able to make, icy roads. You have a 90-degree turn piece and a straight piece. Unfortunately, that's the only two props they give you of that, but I mean, be creative, and there's a lot you could do with just those two props, and they are very slick. Very slick. Okay, so seeing what else we got part of the little train. I've never used that. Cool prop though. A billboard sign. You got a crashed helicopter, which this used to turn into other props. I don't know if it still does. We could try it. Nope. So that basically just burned a prop. So over here you got the plane, another crashed helicopter, and a black tube piece. So that template, as you can see why, that's one of the better templates that we get here in the modded creator. So there's still, I believe, one or two more. We'll see what else we got. Okay, so this one here is where you get all the big air gates. There's some other stuff in here too. So these light up at night. They're neon. Really cool props. You could use those for a lot of different things. Okay, as you can see, this also has a lot of the bunker covers. It has the large ship, which you can actually drive on. It's a drivable surface. You could make track surface out of this, like so. It's a pretty smooth prop. It does have some weird properties to it. For instance, like that, you could just fall through some pieces of it. I'm sorry if you could hear my cat meowing. He is in heat and he is not happy to be inside. So, yep, that big aircraft carrier is a very cool prop. Underused as far as modded creator goes. So let's go ahead and we'll delete that. We'll delete all these little bunker covers. This is from the Ruiner jobs, I believe. I'm not really sure what that could be used for, but it's pretty cool. It's got a number 5 on it, so I'm sure something creative could be used from that. You have the large start checkerboard finish line things here. I like to use these on my NASCAR tracks. They're pretty cool little prop. Great lighting on them. Okay, one of the cool things about this template is there is another spaceship and there is something hidden inside the spaceship. So if you delete the spaceship and we delete these other props just to kind of get them out of the way so you could see. Let's get rid of this. So over here you have your blood streak prop, which is really cool because that could be applied to a lot of different jobs, Halloween jobs. You also have this invisible black prop that is visible on one side and invisible on the other. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, so as you can see, here's this prop, and it is drivable. It's not going to let me test it up in the air, but you can drive on that prop. It's really cool. See if we get an under view of it. No, looks the same, I guess. But I just call it the blood splatter road. Basically, it's kind of invisible, but it's cool. And that's hidden within the spaceship in that template. Let's see if we have any more templates. I believe there's one more. Yep. So we'll do this one down on the beach. Okay, so this is one of the cooler templates. It looks kind of, to be honest, not so great at first glance. It's just a lot of satellite dishes and weird, like concrete pipes and stuff like that. But if you ignore all that bullcrap and then look over here, you have a couple mummy people. You have a little blood splattered human. You have this dude, who I'll get back to in a second. This is one of the coolest props in the modded creator, and I'll show you why. You have a mannequin, a couple sleeping bag, or whatever that is, little homeless camp looking thing. A casket. So the reason I say this guy's cool, because you could actually pick him up and he turns into other props. So he turns into a street lamp, nightclub lights. Let's go ahead and flip them over so you can see. Actually, you know what? Let's turn this to nighttime so you could really get a good look at this. Alright, so again, you pick the dude up, hover over him, press X, prop stacking on, go to type. So this street lamp is really cool, one of my favorite props in the game. You got the nightclub lights. You got the airport mast again. You got the spaceship. You got the broken spaceship. Another spaceship. It's kind of hard to tell what that is. We'll go back to daytime. Oh, that's the little valet thingy there. You have this thing. It is not drivable. It's just a decoration, but still cool. Covered. Whatever the hell that is. Oh, it's a little microphone. Okay. So a lot of this stuff, I mean, I haven't even discovered yet. There's so much in the modded creator to go through that I could sit here and create for the next year and I still wouldn't be able to have gone through everything. And again, this is just one map out of, I believe, 30 that come with the creator, the modded creator. So that is why I like that prop and this template. So I'll check, see if there's any more templates. I believe that was all of them though. Nope, one more. Okay, so this one's kind of a lame duck template. There's only a couple things in here I've ever actually even used. It does have a marijuana plant, which is pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. It has these little figurines, which are kind of cool, I guess. I thought there was a little water prop in here. Oh yeah, so this little prop right here might be hard to see, but that is actually moving water. You could add that to a job, a rally job, to make it a little more slick or something like that. Some other stuff in there. So that basically covers all the different props you have. So as you can see, there's 9 different templates with 30 props in each template. So let's do some quick maths. 9 times 30 is 270 extra props that you get in just this one map, and that's not even including the props that the map started out with, which was already at 220 dynamics. So you're looking at 490 props in this one map that you would have to work with in a modded map. So now onto the second part of this is how the hell do you use them? Because a lot of these props, the majority, I should say, you can't just pick up and use like you can with a regular prop. So if I wanted to use this prop here and I go to it, hover over it and go to pick it up, it disappears. It's gone. It's not coming back. And not only that, it uses a prop and you never get that prop back. So the way to use these props is you have to move them by template, which is super unfortunate, but I mean it's a small price to pay for having access to a lot of great props. So basically, you just make a simple template using, whatever piece. You could use a bench, you could use a ramp, you could use whatever, any kind of regular prop. I like to use a stunt barrier or a stunt building block. So we'll use a barrier for this one. So go ahead and we'll connect it to the piece that we want to use. So I'm going to use this half pipe, for instance. So now we'll go to template. We'll go to create template, create new template, and you select it. Select the next one that you want to use. Save. GGG. Alright, and now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll delete this whole template. I don't want to use anything else out of this template other than that half pipe prop. So we'll delete it. We'll go over here to the airport where we're going to use the half pipe. Here we go. Here's the half pipe. So you're just going to set it wherever you want it. In this case will be right here. Boom. And that allows you to use it. And now you just go in and you delete that. So now you have a half pipe, and you could do this as many times as you want. You could even build a little skate park. I mean, you could build whatever you want. Alright. And that's how you use the modded props, is they all have to be moved by template. It's a unfortunate situation, but it is the only way to use them. So I'll show you one more time, and James, when you watch this later, I mean, any questions, obviously, just reach out and I got you. Say you want to use something out of here. You're going to have to see how you're at your model memory, so you're going to have to delete some of the props to even be able to make a template. So we'll go ahead and we'll start deleting stuff. Alright. And again, you're just going to make a quick template. Let's say I want to use this, whatever the fuck this thing is. Create template. Boom. Okay, so here's an important part, and I'm glad this happened. So I'm at a template space. All the templates are used, right? So what you do is you hover over one that you don't want. Okay, like this half pipe one we already used. We don't need it no more, so you could delete that by pressing square. Go to create new template, and there you go. Now you have the space to create a new template. Select it. Select the prop that you want to template it with. Save it. GGG. Back out. Get rid of this whole template. Okay. Go to your templates again. Oh, we're going wrong. There it is. And boom, now you have control of this template. And you could move it. I mean, you could switch the rotation type and do all sorts of things with it. You could roll it. So there's a lot you could do. I hope this video has helped you understand how to use the templates. I'm going to show you now how to create a copy of the job like I was telling you. So what we'll do, we'll exit out of this for now. Exit. So to create a copy of a job, what you're going to have to do is go into your saved. You're going to hover over the one that you want to create a copy of and just select it. Just press X. you go into it and you have to actually publish it to create a copy. So once you're in here, they should already be publishable once you load in. So you just click publish. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, it's been published. So now you exit out. You go into load creation, go back into your published, and here's the one we just did. And see on the bottom right it says triangle to make copy. So you press triangle. This will create a saved copy. Press X. And you could do that as many times as you want. So what I did, I just made a complete crop copy of it. And let's go ahead, we can do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And what I like to do is create like 20 copies at a time. That way I don't ever have to do it again. So what I'll do is now, so nobody plays this job because obviously it's just a modded job with no layout or anything. You delete it from your published by pressing square. You go into your saved, and now look, now you have the 4 copies that I just made. And you want to do that because if you use one of these jobs without making a copy, like this one for instance, where I only have one, if I was to use this job and then publish it, that I'd lose that map forever and never get it back. So you always want to make copies before you publish. So I hope this video was helpful, James. If it wasn't, just reach out to me. You know, any questions, reach out and I got you, man. Alright, happy creating.